I didn't set out to buy a motorcycle. Actually, what happened was I was on the Motormouth radio show yesterday afternoon. And there's nice guys that were up in New York. Check that out, Motormouth Radio. So I was supposed to go on this show, and I'm waiting for the time to, happen where I call them. So I'm killing time, and I'm on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm scrolling, right? I'm not looking for anything in particular. And boof, right? An orange 883R pops out at me. And it's like 30 miles down the road. I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, okay, why that? Right? It was like that fast. So I went down to Shelbyville just now. I just literally got back here like 5 minutes ago. And here we go. A 2002 883R. Why, right? I don't know. I'm still asking myself why. It runs great. So just to recap, so last year let's go way back, right? When I cold turkey drag racing, I got heavy into motorcycles. And when I left New York, I had 28 motorcycles in my house, right? I got rid of all but 7 of them. The only thing I kept was 7 Sportsters, because I've always had a thing for iron head Sportsters, right? I think one or two of them were iron. Most of them were iron head Sportsters. So, and I sold off everything else. I sold off my sport bikes, my brick bikes, I had a couple of choppers, everything went, right? And then one by one, I got rid of those bikes until finally I was like, no more bikes at all. Actually, it was the 3rd time I got hit by a car, right? Where I was just minding my own business and I got hit by a car, okay? That's it, I don't want to ride anymore. So, and it was it, I hadn't ridden. Then last year, I got the bug, I says, I want to have one bike, right? And I wanted to find a bike to restore. So I went out and I picked up a 71 or 72 CL350 Honda, and I was going to restore that. And just have just a Sunday afternoon bike. So one thing led to another, and the bike needed more work than I really wanted to. I just couldn't commit to it, right? It was just too much of a project. And then the Miata popped up, and I was like, you know what? I would rather have the Miata than the bike. So since I'm going to do like something that's like completely out of my wheelhouse, I'll get rid of the bike and I'll do the Miata. And so that's what we did. We put the slant 6 in this thing, and that's finished. And then that was it. I just didn't think anything else of bikes. And then I saw this, right? How can you not love this thing? So I remember when these came out in 2002, and this is the first year for it, 2002. And at the time, there was no place in my world for something like this. I had my iron heads, I had sport bikes, I had a Ducati Monster. So it was like, I liked these bikes, but they didn't really do anything. I was like, okay, it's cool, but I have other things that are better. The funny thing, I used to do a lot of bike work out of my house. And I had this one kid, he rode a metric, whatever it was, a Yamaha V-Star, one of those bikes, right? And he had the skulls, and he had the leather jacket, this jacket, right? This thing's a real throwback. I've had at least 3 major wrecks in this jacket. And actually, this is the helmet I grabbed out of the closet to ride this thing home with. And this one over here's got a crack. I crashed my Ninja. I broke my ankle, and I lost a whole bunch of skin. But anyway, it's a real relic. So this kid has this metric cruiser, and he's getting tattoos, and he's got the whole bit, but he has this metric cruiser. So, and I have nothing against metric cruisers. I had a couple of them, and they're great bikes. But he was like playing the whole biker thing, right? So one day he shows up at my house, and he's got this, right? The dealer got them in, and they gave him a screaming deal, and so he bought it. And I was like, man, I'm proud of you. You got a pretty cool bike here. I like that thing. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm going to do a couple of things to it. And I said, well, leave it alone, man. It's cool the way it is. Harley Davidson set this thing up cool just the way it is. Don't mess with it, right? He's like, just a couple of small changes. So he comes back like 2 weeks later. And he's got mini 8s on it, and he's got forward controls. He's got like saddlebags and all kinds of crazy stuff all over, right? Oh, God. I hope you don't ever reproduce, man. So, at any rate, back to this. So, well, I mean, I love it. Look at it. How could you not love this bike? It's got some mileage on it. It's got 35,000 miles on it. Runs perfect. It's got okay, so the original bike had, this original package had a chrome 2-in-1 exhaust. This is a brand new, it's finished in black. I don't know what what make it is or anything like that, but it's literally brand new and it sounds awesome. I'll fire it up for you in a second. Guy I got it from, who actually happened to be a subscriber, right? When we showed up at his door, he's like, "You're Uncle Tony." He says, "Yeah, I subscribe to your channel." So thank you, man. I appreciate the deal. You gave me a good deal. So it's got brand new tires on it. It's missing the front fender, but he gave me 2 front fenders for it. What else? He gave me a jet kit. I don't know. There's a box of miscellaneous stuff. So I'm going to go through this bike, I don't know, tomorrow and the next day, whenever it is, and just make sure that everything is good to go. You know, it's pretty, right? The only thing I'm not crazy about, he put longer shocks on it. Evidently, the guy he bought this from must have been like a pygmy, because he gave me the shocks that were on it, and they're like this tall, right? So he put these on, and I think he overcompensated. It's got a little bit too much space here. So I'm probably going to end up finding a stock set of shocks to throw on here and getting it back down. But it's not a project, and I don't want a project. God, I got enough projects. I got projects to last me the rest of my life. It's just a cool, just Sunday afternoon cruiser type of bike, and I'll fire it up for you. You can't beat a 2-into-1 on one of these. He also gave me a set of Screaming Eagles, whatever they are. We'll cut them up and use them for something. But yeah, so there you go. I bought myself an 883R. Flat tracking, right? Well, maybe not quite. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow.